Damaging public property, failure to disperse. These are already crimes in Iowa, and a new law would make for harsher punishments for them. Good evening, I'm Dan Winters. These are the images from last summer that prompted Republicans to make some changes. They want to prevent people at peaceful protests from resorting to violence. Our Capitol Bureau reporter Monica Madden is here tonight to tell us about these new penalties here in the state of Iowa. Some say they're too harsh, Monica. What are we talking about exactly?
Well, Dan, it depends on the act, but destroying monuments or statues like we saw in other states or damaging public property would be a Class D felony, and that could land you up to 5 years in prison.
What we saw this last summer is that there are clearly nefarious actors out there who do not care about having a peaceful assembly.
But what I saw last summer was frustrated people who have been mistreated for hundreds of years.
Last summer's high-tension protest for racial justice led to heated debate between state senators over a bill that would add stricter penalties to those who break the law while protesting.
Those are folks out violating the law. That's why we've got these provisions.
Des Moines police say they made over 200 arrests during protests from May 30th to July 2nd. Most of those people were charged with simple misdemeanors for things like blocking traffic and failure to disperse. The new bill would bump many of those crimes up to aggravated misdemeanors. Unlawful assembly would get the same increase, meaning any of these offenses could land someone up to 2 years in prison. If the crime rises to the level of rioting, that could lead to 5 years behind bars, as it would become a Class D felony.
But I don't think they deserve a felony in their life, their career. Many opportunities will be shut to them.
Make the penalties enough that people will think twice. We need people to obey the law, everybody.
It would also create mandatory time behind bars in some cases, requiring protesters to be jailed for at least 24 hours.
People should feel okay about going out and peaceably assembling.
Civil rights advocates say this violates fundamental constitutional rights.
There's so many provisions in there that are just absolutely wrong-headed and are just clearly an attempt to shut down people's First Amendment rights to protest, to intimidate them.
Republicans say it's about keeping peaceful protests from becoming violent.
Anyone who wants to show up to a protest, to otherwise screw up a peaceful protest, this amendment says if you come here to do that, you're going to be charged with an aggravated misdemeanor.
And the Senate also passed a bill today that would deny state funding to cities or counties that defund their police departments. 10 Democrats voted with all of the Republicans on that measure, and both of these bills will need to pass in the House before heading over to the governor.